we're ready.
Is Teddy normally this accurate? 13 out of 14 first half?
You know, he's had a really good spring, and he's been very accurate, really all spring. I mean, it's pretty typical for him to be in the 70%, honestly, in all the testing situations. I can tell you exactly what it was if I had my grade sheet with me, but I know he's been lights out. He's really played very well. You know, I challenged him with the things he needed to get better with and use all of his tools that we have available to him in offense. But as a young player, he didn't quite get it. Now he's getting it, and you see a lot more completions now. I mean, he was really accurate today, and he's worked hard. He's doing a lot of good things with his eyes and playing very well.
A whole bunch of different receivers make catches.
Yeah.
I mean, how deep of that rotation do you want to go?
Well, as many as we can use. You know, if we're going to, you know, I think right now we're honestly competitive at all four. You know, I'm taking the tight ends out of that spot. I think we're really, you know, you look at about 8 kids that are really competing for time on the field. So that's a good thing, because if you're a receiver, you can take no days off. You have to compete. And, you know, they're driving each other. It's been a very good spring that way for that group in particular. Been really good.
Who's made the biggest progress out of that group?
Oh, gosh, I'll tell you what. Devontae Parker is playing great football. You know, he's got exceptional talent. And, you know, this year, you know, it's like Teddy right now. You go through, as a freshman, you know, you're still learning so many things. You're in China for a good part of the season, you know, trying to figure out this new language. Both of those guys feel comfortable in the offense now, and they're executing the detail of their position. So Devontae, I tell you, we watch him run routes. He's textbook in his route running. And, you know, he's just grown so much. There's no errors in his game, and you know, the fundamentals he plays with, the technique has been outstanding. You know, Damian Copeland has had a big spring for us. He's really flashed and, you know, taken his stand in that, you know, that depth chart. You know, I can say that really go across the board. You know, Scotty has been a kid that, you know, he does everything right. Every football team needs Scott, you know, because Scotty can, you know, he does everything exactly the way a coach wants it done, and then he delivers. When the ball's in his area, he makes the play. And, you know, when those guys play at that level, it just gets contagious, because in order to compete, you've got to play at that same level. So all of them have upped their ante, and, you know, a guy like Teddy, they know that now that he knows the entire offense, because we're a full-field read football team, anybody can get the ball. So you got to be heads up, and you got to run your route to win. And Dukes has done a great job of getting that across in that room.
How much have you been able to open up the playbook now that, you know, Teddy's more comfortable?
A lot. You know, we're a lot more multiple than we've ever been. You know, we've got so many good things that we're doing in the run game. David has done a nice job, and Shawn of, you know, getting our run game up to speed. You know, today we threw it around a little bit more than what we ran it. But that was by design. We wanted to test our quarterbacks, test our receiver, and see what, you know, see how they delivered. So our run game, though, we're really pleased with. We have a fullback now in our offense that we didn't have a year ago. You know, all 3 of those kids have been competitive there and has done a nice job. Our tight ends have developed. Nate Nord has had a big spring for us. And, you know, he's done a tremendous job. And with Ryan Hubble joining, you know, now we have 2 tight ends that are playing really good football. And Chris White, he just delivers. He has a role for us that, you know, really only he can perform. He's a great pass receiver. So, you know, we're across the board, we're a team that's still developing our personality. We still are a long way away from being, you know, perfect, but really pleased with the progress that we've made this year.
How confident are you that if the unthinkable happened and Teddy was sidelined in Will Stein?
You saw Will Stein today. I mean, you know, Will is Teddy's mojo. I mean, honest to God, because Will is you know, he's such a great competitor. I mean, he comes to work every day and tries to take the job away from Teddy, which is what, you know, honestly, I challenged him. I said, now you can be overwhelmed by this situation, or you can go compete with it, and that's all it took. I mean, this kid, you want him to be your son-in-law, you want him to be your kid. He's an unbelievable person. He's got great character. So he attacked that, and he's made Teddy better. Teddy can't take a day off. And then he starts chasing Teddy, so they feed off each other. It's a great situation in that room because of the character of both of them. But Will, it doesn't happen unless a guy like Will is you know, he's willed himself, I'm chasing you, man. He says that every day, so he's made Teddy better, and he's upped his ante too. I feel very confident in Will. I don't bat an eye with him. He's an outstanding player for us.
It's exciting, Shawn, to have that kind of depth that you have at a number of spots now.
Yeah, it is, you know, it is. We'd all tell you this, we have a lot of work to do. It's still yet, we're not a done product. But here's what it is. It's assigned and it's clean. And when it gets assigned and it's clean, what I mean by clean football, when you look at it on film, it looks like the diagrams in the book. And, you know, that's just experience, gaining confidence. And, you know, they're really, all those kids have, you know, we've challenged them, man, because we have a chance to be really good if, you know, if we ante up the talent level, the skill set, and, you know, what we anticipate us looking like. So they've done a nice job.
All right, anything else for Coach Watson?
Good.
Friends on